Well, Dickie boy, here's the town we've been heading for.
Looks awful quiet to me.
If you're talking about law and order, it is. Sheriff Walsh is the only citizen that can get away with robbing the people.
I thought you said the sheriff was a friend of yours.
Well, he is. But he hasn't done any sheriffing in so long that he's taken money under false pretense.
Well, there's no law against being quiet, but this is ridiculous. Looks like a ghost town.
Well, that was no ghost. Let's go. We heard the shots, ma'am. What happened?
My father's dead. I was in the house. My father was just coming home when a man rode up, shot him, and rode off.
Do you know who he was?
I suppose the same man who killed all the others.
What others?
You mean you don't know what's going on around this part of the country?
We just got here, ma'am.
You know where he went?
He disappeared up into those hills.
Well, we'll track him down.
I hope you do.
What'd you find?
Just call me a dummy.
Why?
Well, after all this tracking and trailing I've done with you, I can't find hide nor hair of this guy. His trail just ups and disappears.
Well, I wouldn't feel too badly if I were you. I couldn't find hide nor hair of him either. He's just a mighty smart killer.
Well, how are we gonna find him? We don't even know what he looks like.
Well, the only thing we can do is go to town and start at the beginning.
Now?
Right now.
Let's go.
I tell you, Judge Danny is one of the finest citizens this town ever had.
I agree with you, Ed, but...
Oh, but nothing. Why aren't you out running down the man who did it?
I wish I could.
Oh, we should be hanged. As head of the Citizens Committee, I demand action. Or we'll find ourselves a new sheriff.
In that case, maybe you better do just that.
Yes, I guess we'd better. If you can't handle the job, I'll handle it for you.
I wouldn't bet on that if I were you.
Who are you?
Range Rider.
Hello, Jim.
Boy, am I glad to see you.
Likewise. I'd like to have you meet my sidekick, Dick West.
Glad to know you, son.
Howdy, Sheriff.
I'm Ed Findlay.
How do you do?
These are the two men I was telling you about, Sheriff. They took out after the man who killed my father.
Oh, sorry to report we lost him.
Well, in that case, what I said before still goes. Either you produce the killer in 48 hours, or out you go.
If there's anything I like, it's a good sporting chance.
Fill in the details for us, Jim. Maybe we can be of some help.
Believe me, I need all the help I can get.
Suppose you start at the beginning.
Suppose I do. So far, 4 people in this town have been killed with apparently no motive in any instance. No one's been able to identify the killer because no one's seen him. That is, except Irene here. She claims to have gotten at least a quick look at him.
Can you give us a description of him, miss?
Well, not very well, I'm afraid. He was wearing a mask.
Do you remember how tall he was?
Well, about...
About my height?
No. No, about your height.
Was he thinner or heavier than I am?
Just about the same.
Mind if I borrow a piece of charcoal,
Sure
Jim?
thing.
Thanks.
Pretty good, isn't he?
Now, can you give me a description of clothes he was wearing as to color?
Black trousers.
Black trousers. And?
An open shirt. And a black vest.
Now, as to his physical attributes, anything else for description, facial features, just anything.
No. No, I can't seem to remember anything else.
I hate to say this, Range Rider, but I'm afraid nobody's going to be able to identify the killer from that.
Well, we might be able to, Sheriff, when it's finished. You see, with Miss Danning's help, Dickie and I are going to try and reconstruct a life-size model of the killer.
You're going to do what?
When it's all finished, maybe you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Dick, go across the street to the store. Get one of their life-size dummies out of the windows if they'll let you borrow it. Bring it back over here. While you're gone, I'll get the rest of the things.
Right.
Well, Sheriff, how do you think he looks?
Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
No, it couldn't be.
Couldn't be what?
Well, if I didn't know Dan Gannon was dead, I'd swear that dummy looked a little like him. Oh, well. This'll have to do for now.
Well, at least it'll give the townspeople an idea of what to look for.
What I want to know is, where are we putting him?
We ought to put him someplace where everybody can see him. But that ain't what bothers me most. What bothers me most is, what do we do now?
Now we'll find the identity of the killer.
Oh, sure. And just exactly how do you aim on doing that?
By finding the motives behind the killings.
I told you, Range Rider, there ain't none. This maniac just ups and kills them.
Sheriff, you know and I know that a man just doesn't run around killing people with no motive.
I repeat, how do you aim to find these motives you've been talking about?
Well, Miss Danning was a great help. And I think that if Dickie and I went out and talked to the families of the men that have been killed, we'd probably learn a lot more. When we're all through, we'll come back and check with you.
Hey, that's an idea. And good luck, boys.
Thank you, Sheriff.
And I'll see you later, pal. Behind bars.
Well, all I remember is that Jeff and I were riding along in the buckboard when a man rode up alongside us, and, well, the next thing I knew, Jeff was dead.
Do you remember anything distinctive about the man?
Well, he wore black trousers and a black vest. He had a mask on. I couldn't tell what he looked like.
What about his horse?
A bay, a black tail and mane.
Well, thank you very much, ma'am.
Oh, not at all. And if there's anything else I can do, please let me know.
You bet we will.
Well, tell us, son. Did you get a very good look at the man that shot your father?
No, not a very good one. I only saw the back of him. He jumped out the window in the front room.
Do you think you'd recognize him if you saw him from the back again?
I don't know. The only thing I can remember, he was carrying his gun in his left hand.
Well, thanks a lot, son. Keep your chin up.
Miss Rawlins, think very carefully before you answer the next question. Did your husband have any enemies?
No, at least none that I know of.
Well, did anyone ever threaten his life?
I said before, as far as I know, Tom didn't have an enemy in the world.
Well, by golly, he must have had one or he wouldn't have been murdered.
Miss Rawlins, let's start at the beginning. There must be somebody, something...
Wait a minute. My husband was on a jury once. The jury that convicted Dan Gannon.
It could be it, Dick. Thank you very much. Let's go back to town and check with the sheriff. Let's go. Take it easy, mister. We'll get you to a doctor.
Who shot you?
Rode up close. Took off mask. Dan.
Was it Dan Gannon?
Yes. Oh.
Well, that cinches it, Dick. Let's take him into town. Well, that finishes him, Dick.
All except for one thing.
What's that?
This new poster. There.
Well, what'd you two find out? Anything?
The name of the killer.
The what?
That's right, Dan Gannon. Remember you said the dummy looked like him.
You two are out of your mind. Dan Gannon's dead.
You're sure?
Of course I'm sure. Died at the end of a rope. All nice and legal like. You want proof? Here it is.
May I look at it?
Here it is. Whatever gave you the idea that Gannon is a killer anyway?
There's a man killed today by the name of John Walton. Before he died, he said the man that had killed him was Dan Gannon.
Are you sure he said Dan Gannon?
I'm positive.
Where'd you take his body?
Or at the coroner's office?
I'd better have a look at it.
Dick, you go over with the sheriff. I want to stay here and read these court reports.
Right.
Come on. But I tell you, this ain't no good. Nothing ain't no good. I'm turning in my badge.
Pin it back on, Jim. I think I've got this thing figured out.
You have?
What's this I hear about John Walton being killed?
I'm afraid you're here right, Mr. Finley.
That settles it. As head of the Citizens Committee, I'm taking over. I'm going to personally organize a search for this man.
Well, I wouldn't worry about finding him if I were you, Mr. Finley, because if I'm not mistaken, he's looking for you right now.
What do you mean by that?
It's all very simple. It's right here in the court report. Judge Danning, Brandt, Hawkins, Raleigh, and now Walton. They're all dead. And they all helped convict Dan Gannon.
So what?
You were the foreman on a jury.
Oh. You've got to protect me. Do you understand? You've got to protect me.
Kind of sudden like changed your tune, haven't you, Mr. Finley?
Well, it's different now. You've got to protect me from him.
That's only a dummy.
Oh, forget the dummy. Call out a posse. Get some extra help. I want protection.
We'll protect you, Mr. Finley.
How about the others, Range Rider? There were more men on that jury.
Well, there were 8 men on a jury, not counting the judge. Well, up to this point, 4 have been killed. Now, where are the other 4?
Well, let's see. 2 don't live here anymore. That leaves Joe Benson, the barber across the street, and Mr. Finley here.
You've got to protect me.
I said we'd protect you, Mr. Finley.
Yes, but how?
Well, Dickie and I will change places with you and the barber across the street.
Yes, sir. Step right in. You're next.
Where's Joe?
Joe's sick. I'm taking his place. What'll it be?
Just a haircut. Make dang sure it's even.
A haircut? How about a shampoo instead?
Just a haircut.
A massage?
Just a haircut.
Yes, sir.
How do I know you can handle this killer?
You don't? You want to try?
Try. I want some protection. I'm going to call the sheriff. Operator, get me the sheriff. If you think I'm going to be the next victim, you're sadly mistaken. Hello, operator.
Hello? Oh, it's you, Finley. But I can't come over to your house. Of course not. You just stay there and do like you're told.
Hey, look, Finley, if you want to stay alive, go back to your room and relax. You're so nervous you're liable to shoot yourself.
Right, all right.
Nice head of hair you have, mister.
Yeah, I'm mighty proud of it.
Nice and even.
Feel a draft? Getting cold in here.
I'm hot. There you are, mister. You're all through.
How much I owe you?
25 cents.
Here you are.
Stay right where you are, Finley.
I've been expecting you, Gannon. You're late.
So, you figured it out.
Well, except one thing. How can you be Gannon if Gannon's dead?
Did you ever hear of twin brothers?
So that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Too bad you won't be around to tell anybody about it.
What makes you think so?
This gun in my hand, for one thing.
How long do you think you can run around the country killing people before the law catches up with you?
After you, there's just one more. Then I don't care what happens. Right now, we're wasting time. Get ready to die, Finley. This is it.
Well, if you kill me, Gannon, you're not killing Finley. You're killing a range rider.
The range rider?
Don't leave me, Range Rider. Well, let's go. Don't leave me. This man will kill me. Don't leave me.
This man is going to kill anybody.
Hey, look.
Drop that gun. I said drop the gun.
What are you waiting for, Gannon? Go ahead, get it over with.
I'm enjoying this.
I wish I could say the same thing.
So you're the range rider I've heard so much about.
Got quite a reputation yourself.
It's gonna be even better before too long. Too bad you won't be around to hear about it.
Like I said before, go ahead, get it over with.
That's just what I'm planning to do right now. You've got just 5 seconds left.
Well, I'm not going to die with my hat on.
This way, Sheriff.
What was that?
Sounds like you keep him in the tunnel over there.
Let's go. You okay, compadre?
A little the worse for wear, but I'm all right. There's your killer, Sheriff, Dan Gannon's twin.
So that's who it was.
This was his way of getting revenge for hanging his twin brother.
He sure don't look like a killer now.
But you should have seen him a couple minutes ago.
I'll bet. Well, let's get him back to town.
Come on, wake up.
Well, Jim, the next time we meet, I hope it's under pleasanter circumstances.
I'll second that. Oh, by the way, wait a minute. What do I do with this?
Let me have it.
What do you want it for?
Well, here, I'll show you. Here.
Well, I still don't see what you're trying to prove.
Well, the next time you call me dummy, I'll just say, which one?
Oh, this is the end. So long, Jim.
So long, boys.